Yo, what's up everybody and welcome to another video. So just a couple of minutes ago, I was going through the popular page over on Roblox and I came across an extremely interesting game called Wizard Conquest. Now, before we get any further into this, I do want to make it very clear that the game is currently in alpha, but like always, I will have a link to it in the description so you guys can go ahead and check it out if you want to yourself. The only reason that I am pointing out that it's in alpha is simply because they do state in the description that there may potentially be some wipes in the future. Now, I have gone ahead before I recorded this video and spoken to the developer, and he said that he's going to be trying his very hardest to not shut down the game anymore. So it's very possible that that may not be the case, but I just wanted to make that clear right at the very start. But as you can see from the title, man, this is more than likely, in my opinion, going to be the future of the dungeon crawler genre. The game is really cool. Just like how I always tell you guys, I did play a little bit on my alt account to really see what it was about. I only ran maybe like 2 or 3 dungeons, and I gotta tell you guys, it is really cool. But let's not waste any more time, man. If you guys are new here to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, drop a like on this video if you enjoy it, and let's get right into this. Right here we are on the character customization screen. As you can see, we have a couple of player color options. We have black, yellow, very dark brown, light brown, very light brown, pale, and really just a good variety of them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with very light brown, and then for face type, we're gonna go with I don't know, something angry. That works. All right, and then under that we have the option for accessories. These are actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but you guys already know what I'm gonna go for, and that is of course the white beard, which I gotta say, man, with it blocking my mouth, it looks really good the way that the eyes are in the beard. Now the next step here is to go ahead and choose your spell with an alignment. I'm gonna keep it 100% honest with you guys. I didn't really make it too far into the game to really understand this, but just like before, there is a lot of options here. For the primary one, you have heaven, nature, void, poison, molten, blood, and that seems to be just about all of them. On my alt account, I kind of chose blood, so I'm gonna stick with that. And then for secondary alignments, there's piercing, nature, void, poison, molten, heaven, and piercing again. So the only difference is that piercing is available for the secondary and not the primary. So that's basically the combination that I'm going to go with for my character, blood and piercing. Let's go ahead and press done. And as you can see right here, the game right off the bat gives really strong dungeon quest vibes. And that's exactly why I titled the video the way that it is, because I really think that this is an extremely good competitor. Now the game by no means is easy, so for that reason I will have a couple of my Discord staff members helping me out in this video. So huge shout out to Niloy, Halo Meister, which is my manager, and Prince. Now in most of these dungeon crawler games, the way that the spells work are kind of simple, to be completely honest. If I had to put it any type of way, you basically hit a button and it'll shoot it in the direction that you're facing. So for instance, if in Dungeon Quest I had some type of fire spell and I pressed E, that fire spell would be shot right in front of me and do damage to basically anything that's in front of me. In this game, it's a little bit different. So basically when you hold down the key of whatever it is that you're going to be doing, if you notice here in the middle, my click has its own spell, and whenever I go ahead and hold down my left mouse button, you can see the area of how far I can actually do this damage. And then I basically get this white circle that I have to put under the enemy. So right here, there's a dummy right in front of me. I basically have to put this white dot right under the dummy in order to be able to do damage to it and release my mouse. Same concept goes for the different letters. If I hold down E, I drop it right under the dummy and it does the spell. So it's an extremely interesting and unique combat, and I feel like for that reason it makes the dungeons a lot harder and way more trickier even at level 1. So let's waste no more time, man. Let's get right into our very first run so you guys can take a look at this. As you can see, these guys have been playing for quite some time now. It's actually really difficult to level in this game, and these guys are already level 4 and 3. It's so crazy. But here we are, man. We just went ahead and spawned into our very first dungeon. Whoa, what is this? Rare anomaly is occurring. All mobs are stronger. What? I've never seen this before, and we've done this maybe like 2 or 3 times. So again, this is where it starts all off. You're basically doing all of your damage right here, and the mobs are attacking you back. Just your basic dungeon crawler. But as I mentioned before, it gets really difficult just because you have to be on your toes at all times. If you get distracted at any point, these mobs will absolutely destroy you. And I mean, it seems a little easy right now because keep keep in mind, I do have a level 4 with me, as well as a level 3 and a level 2, and we're running a level 1 dungeon. Now, a couple of interesting things is spread out throughout the dungeon, you're gonna find these hidden crystals. Oh no, I'm getting attacked by magma right now. Anyways, as I was saying, spread out throughout the dungeon, you're gonna find these crystals that you can use in order to buff your experiences inside of the dungeons. I'll show you a little bit more on where you can actually spend these crystals once we get out of this dungeon, but just to show you guys a little example, if you look down there, there's kind of like that little green hidden thing down there. That's basically what the crystals look like. Now, I'm not entirely sure if those crystals are hidden around at complete random or if they have specific designated spawn points. Oh dude, this guy ran off. But I feel like it's such an interesting and cool concept to add to something like this. And again, I will show you guys what are some of the things that you can do with those crystals once we get out of this dungeon. But here we are, man. We've now made it to the first boss. This guy is extremely difficult. His name is Master Mage. And I know that I'm saying that he's difficult and these guys are making it look super easy, but it really isn't this easy. Look at that. Everybody just got destroyed except for me. But there we go, man. We went ahead and completely destroyed it. This is going to be interesting because it was a rare occurrence. I don't know. Oh, dude, look at how much stuff we got. I don't even know what that red thing is. So we definitely have to check out everything that we just got because we actually got some really rare items there. Normally, I had been getting green and gray items. That's the first time I see any blues or any red. So this is going to be really, really interesting. Now, previously, we were in a VIP server, but we just got thrown into a public server. And it looks like one of the developers are in my game. So, yo, huge shout out to Big. This man is level 121. That's insane. Now, let me go ahead and open up my inventory here and we can take a look at this. So this is called a dream bender. I don't exactly know what the rarity of it is called because of the fact that it doesn't really say it anywhere, but I will say this much. The spell power on this is 38, which is insane. Just to give you a comparison, the starter staff that I'm using right now only has 8 spell power. So 38 is pretty mind-boggling. Unfortunately, I'm not able to use it yet because it is level 2. Oh, wait, I'm able to put it on. Dude, look at how sick that looks. Oh my God, look at this thing. Dude, at level 2, that looks so awesome. Now, setting aside the fact that it looks really, really cool, the only downside is that if I was the heaven alignment, then I would have a 25% boost on this, but unfortunately, I'm not. But I don't think that's going to really affect anything because it still has crazy spell power. Another really interesting item that we also got is a Pearl Tribute bracelet. Now, this does have the same spell power as the current bracelet that I'm wearing, but it does have 1% more of cooldown reduction. On top of that, I'm also able to enchant this a lot more. So let's go ahead and put this on the left side. And for the most part, everything else that we got is kind of weaker than what I'm wearing. So I'm just going to go ahead and ignore those things. Now, moving over to spells, we unlock something called Serpent's Bite. This has a range of 13, a cooldown of 5, and one of the alignments on it is piercing, which is perfect for us because that is our secondary. So let's go ahead and swap this out for the piercing spear on my Q key. And that's perfect, dude. Look at how we look so far. This is sick. Yo, also quick shout out to Rob. He is another one of the owners of the game and he also just went ahead and joined the lobby. Super cool. And thank you to every single one of you that are all around me that joined my game. I really appreciate it, guys. Like I said in my video yesterday, I love it when you guys join my game and really give me your opinions on the games that I'm covering before the videos even go live. But let's go ahead and move over to the dummy now. I want to check out this brand new spell that we got. Where's the dummy? Oh, I think it's on this side. Perfect. Let's test this out really quick. Okay, so this one's really interesting. It kind of makes like a square in front of you and then you let go, teeth come out and completely bite the enemy that's in front. Dude, this is super cool, man. Now let's head over to this side where I'm going to show you some of the things that you can do with the different currencies that are within the game. So for starters, you have the enchant section. Every single time that you complete a run in a dungeon, you'll be rewarded with kind of like this purple currency over here on the left hand side. This currency is what you're going to use in order to enchant your individual items. So again, this has 38 spell power, 25 enchants. If I dropped 11 of those purple things right now, it just went ahead and increased the spell power to 40, and now it states that it has 1 out of 25 enchants. This can be done with all of your items, and it's a pretty cool little feature, especially if you're emotionally attached to any of your items. Like for instance, I'm probably going to be with this staff because it looks so sick. Now over here, you have a alignment shop. I'm going to keep it 100% honest with you. I don't really understand what you do here. The only thing that I do understand is the fact that you can spend 20 of those purple things and re-roll a brand new alignment it in case you just aren't happy with the choices that you made when you created your character. Now over here we have the crystal shop that I was talking to you guys about. These crystals are going to be slightly of a pain to find because, like I mentioned before, they're kind of spread out throughout the dungeons and you really have to go out of your way to look for these. But if I wanted to, I could go ahead and collect 5 of these crystals, purchase the difficulty one, and mobs will be a lot weaker when I enter into dungeons. Same concept goes for the other 2 options. This one's called cooldown. All cooldowns are reduced, including mobs. And then you have the final one, which says +1 item, but mobs are stronger. So you'll get 1 more reward, but the mobs will be stronger. Again, keep in mind this game is an alpha, so I'm sure there'll be a lot more options in the future in there. Also, there is indeed a leaderboard in this game if that's what you guys are into. There's a playtime one as well as top level. Currently, the #1 player is level 40, which is actually insane. And then, of course, the traditional sell vendor where you can sell all the gear that you just don't want. Now, I'm going to go ahead and jump into another game here with Niloy, Sidewinder, Shadowhawk, and Prince, as well as Halo Meister, and this will more than likely be our last run for the video. I just really wanted to show this game to you guys because I'm honestly so surprised that this doesn't have more players online. But to be completely fair, like I mentioned before, the game currently is an alpha, and I can only imagine that it's gonna blow up insanely the moment that the developers are comfortable on doing a full release in this game. Oh, looks like Niloy's showing me where one of the crystals are. Oh, it was right over there. Sidewinder actually just went ahead and picked it up, but it was basically a red crystal that spawned right over here. So yeah, it does look like indeed, unfortunately, these do spawn at complete random throughout the entire dungeon. There is no actual set spot for where they come out. And really, I say unfortunately, but I think that that's a really good thing. And it kind of makes it an even playing field for everybody to be able to find these crystals because yes, only 1 person can redeem the crystal per dungeon. So you got to make sure that you get to them quick. Dude, this whole hallway is full of lava. We can't even go right now. Also, I want to point out that that brand new spell that we got is insanely OP. I'm doing crazy amounts of damage with it right now. And there we go. We just hit level 2. Let's go. Oh, here's another crystal, and this is actually a white one. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this just to show you guys. As you can see right there, it says +1 crystal. So that does indeed confirm now that there can be more than 1 crystal inside of a dungeon. Let me go ahead and tell Niloy thank you because he's actually been trying to show me this entire time. But you know, Mr. Sidewinder over there decided to take the first one. But here we go, man. We're back at the Master Mage being the final boss for the first dungeon. Oh no, I just took so much damage there. And there we go, man. We went ahead and finished the run. Surprisingly, I didn't die a single time there. And dude, we got ourselves another blue staff and it looks like another spell. Super sick, man, and an extremely fun game. Like I mentioned before, the link is going to be in the description. If you guys are interested in checking out the game for yourself, I highly recommend it, especially if you're into dungeon crawlers. Those of you that have been with the channel since early last year, you'll know that I was extremely addicted to a game called Rumble Quest. Unfortunately, it is no longer supported. So you already know that I'm going to be playing this game an absolute ton because I'm just a huge fan of these types of games. But anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If so, remember to make sure to drop a like. It does help my content get out there, and I would really appreciate it. You guys have been absolutely killing it recently, giving your boy 200 and 300 likes. It seriously means so much to me. Thank you guys. But that's gonna go ahead and do it for today. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.